Welcome to a cheap, or I should say cost-effective, ECTO 1 roof rack. I'm going to just be explaining some things as I walk around and show you how I built it, or basically what's on it. First and foremost, the majority of the items I used were plumbing supplies that you can find at Lowe's or Home Depot. You take, for example, the I think it's called a ghost sniffer. This is basically a plumbing piece with two cap ends, and I just drilled a bit, which you can find at Home Depot or Lowe's. Again, I want to make this clear, I really do not have a lot of tools. My tools are all right in there. So, you know, I've seen a lot of different videos that show how to build roof racks, and I mean, they have their own personal, you know, construction, you know, full loaded workshop. I don't have any of that. So I really had to think through how I was going to make it. But at any rate, I just bought a drill bit that's the size. These things are just little tubes that you find in the aisle for bathroom fixtures and stuff like that. These are plastic, and they have like little end caps here that I just chopped off so they could fit inside this part here that was in the plumbing department. Again, it's all plastic. I painted it red, and there you go. This bottom here is, again, just a plumbing piece. Again, a plumbing cap. This is a 3-inch plumbing tube. Again, just cut it to size. I had to actually separate this out because my garage height isn't tall enough to be able to drive my car in with a roof rack on it. So I made my roof rack removable. I can't, you know, I don't have a vehicle just to keep it on all the time, so I had to make it be able to remove it. But when I had it on, I wanted to be able to drive this whole thing in. This thing weighs about 140 pounds, give or take, so it's very heavy. And I wanted to be able to drive it in when I had it on, so I had to make some parts removable. This was one. This is the other one here. Again, it's just, you know, a plumbing cap, 3-inch plumbing tube, a plumbing cap, which is an adapter from a 3 to a 1.5, I believe, is what this is. Again, just painted it. The way I use this is I just use painter's tape. Taped the parts that I didn't want red. And then when I wanted to make them red, you could reverse it, of course, and then I just, you know, taped the other parts to paint the ones that I wanted red there. These are two coffee cans, actually, glued them together, and just made a bottom end piece here. And then I used this part here to help control it. It's been on my car for so long, I gotta make some adjustments there to keep it straight. But at any rate, this is just a tube that I found, painted it green. I wasn't able to find anything online that allowed me to make the antenna, which is, from what Dan Aykroyd was describing, was their GPS. I think this is the GPS part. It's either that or it's the, it's like their universal computer system, whatnot. But at any rate, I wasn't able to find a thing to make it, so I just made my own. Again, this is just plumbing tubes. You can find it at the Lowe's. That's where I went to. Got this horn online and installed it in. And ironically enough, I was not able to find anywhere. You know, they say, well, go to gbfans.com, but there's like, you know, 10 million forums. And to try to find something specifically, how they, you know, what horn they use, where they bought it from. I mean, that's a lot of things that I was trying to find for fans that were wanting to build these things. And nobody just had direct instructions. This is where you go, this is where you buy it, etc., etc. They just kind of shared what they did, but they weren't really detailed. And that kind of drove me crazy, because it still left me at step one. I'm nowhere near a mechanic or you know, electrician or anything, so I had a lot of difficulty with that. Fortunately, I knew some friends that had to that assisted me with it, and I was able to look it up. Since the YouTube only goes for 5 minutes, this is just the end of part 1. Part 2 here will be momentarily.